Are you interested in criminal law? Then watch this short video as former Senior Crown Prosecutor John Dove tells all about his experience with the Crown Prosecution Service. This is a question for you, John.
Yeah.
What does a typical day at the CPS look like?
Okay, well, I spoke about this a while ago in terms of my role as a Senior Crown Prosecutor, so I'll speak about this from the advocacy point of view because I imagine a lot of people are listening or interested in advocacy. So when you first qualify at the CPS, whether as a barrister or a solicitor, you'll be a Crown Prosecutor and prosecuting the Magistrates Court. So your typical day could be anything really, but on each given day you'll have a specific type of court that you're dealing with. Okay, so it could be the guilty anticipated plea court, and what will happen is you'll be given a series of cases, all digital, so you'll have access to the digital files on your computer, and you might be dealing with 10, 15, 20, maybe even 25 cases in court that day. And the cases whereby it's expected that the defendants will plead guilty for whatever reason. Either they've made admissions in interview, might be something straightforward where most people tend to plead guilty, so basic motoring cases, etc. But for whatever reason, they're all guilty anticipated pleas. And so obviously what you need to do is you need to read those the night before, prepare for them.
Yeah.
And then when you're in court, you'll just be spending the day prosecuting those cases. And so effectively that will be assuming that there's a guilty plea, opening the case, presenting the facts to the magistrate or a judge if you've got them, and you will then be setting out any particular aggravating factors if they're relevant, and then making any applications as necessary. So it might be that there's an application for a restraining order or something of that nature, and of course applying for costs. So that's the most straightforward sort of day.
Yep.
This video is brought to you by Speed Mooting. We are an organisation that help aspiring and junior lawyers. We run online and in-person advocacy and mooting competitions. We do online advocacy and public speaking training, and we run lots of other events to assist people on their legal journey. To learn more, visit our website, speedmooting.com. You might have a day where you're in the NGAP court, not guilty anticipated plea, and in those, once again, you're dealing with mainly first appearances, and you'll be dealing with effectively case management at the first appearance, so dealing with the prosecution side of the case management form, setting out any requirements for trial, potentially if there's any remand cases within there, you might be applying for the defendant to be remanded, so opposing a bail application. But once again, you'll be dealing with multiple cases in a single day. As you become more advanced, you start then getting trial courts as well. So you deal with so many cases and get such a variety, so you're really building up your advocacy reps, as it were. And you'll learn so much by doing that.
Yeah.
And then obviously from there you can progress to sort of Crown advocacy. And once again, the day can be so varied there, so it could literally be that you're doing a handful of PCPHs, committals for sentence, etc. Or it might be that you're involved in trials, and trials in the Crown Court are generally a lot longer than the Magistrates Court.
I can imagine.
So you can really work your way up that ladder.
Yeah.
So you're dealing with those cases. So that shows the variety there, but certainly at the outset when you're newly qualified, you'll be in the Magistrates Court and you'll be doing a lot of those sort of list type hearings.
Well, there we go.
Yeah,
I hope that
variety.
was a helpful